o'clock. We'll call this meeting to order. We'll take roll call with Ryan,
Here.
Kyle Maraskin,
Here.
Christine, thank you, Alina,
Here.
Christy, haven't heard from her?
She just texted, running late, but I will be there ASAP.
Okay. And Mr. Mohammed?
Yeah.
All righty. Why don't we stand for the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, everyone. Do we have it?
Citizens' comments, I don't have any forms, but can you ask anyone that's here, interested in them?
Okay, we're gonna, members of the public, since we don't have any citizens' comments, let me just read this for your benefit. Members of the public with business before the board not scheduled on the agenda as a public hearing that have submitted a public comment card may have 3 minutes to address the board. The board may not participate in any discussions and cannot vote on the subject you present unless it's listed on the agenda as an action item. Does anybody have any comments? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ask you if you're here to be in attendance for for the meeting that you stand up and state your name and address so we can clock you as in. Okay?
So this is for the people applying for the open positions on the board since they have to attend the two meetings.
Okay, sorry. All righty, thank you. So we have the consent agenda. Anybody have any questions about the two items on the consent agenda? And I'm looking for a motion for it.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those, and it's a unanimous pass. We'll move on to the regular agenda. Consideration and possible action to approve the final plat of Pomona Lake E and H. And if you'd like to give us a brief overview, or your overview.
Yes. Good evening, Commissioners. This is a plat for a detention facility within the Pomona Master Plan community. The subject site is near the southeastern corner of the development. It includes about 43 acres of land and creates 7 different reserves for landscaping, drainage, and all of that. This plat was previously considered and denied by the Commission in January 2022. They resubmitted, but there are still deficiencies, and staff is recommending denial based on the reasons listed in the report. Number 1, revise the plat and/or the city planning letter to provide accurate ownership information. The title block shows a Texas Limited Liability Company for MC 288 LLC, while the CPL shows it as a Delaware Limited Liability Company. Revise to include missing dates and signatures on the owner's acknowledgement, and additionally revise the lien holder's acknowledgement to include all the instruments of record identified in the CPL. Number 3, plat does not reflect all the easements and lease agreements listed in the CPL. Boundaries of certain easements are shown but are not labeled. Provide an original certificate obtained from the appropriate Brazoria County Taxing Authority showing that all taxes have been paid on the tract to be subdivided and that there are no outstanding delinquent taxes against the property. They provided a tax certificate, but it's not current. Number 5, the drainage district approval for the plat has expired. Provide an updated drainage district signature on the face of the plat. Label Croy Parkway and associated callouts on sheet 3 of 4. They've called it out on one sheet, but on the other sheet it's missing. So based on these reasons, staff is recommending denial of the plat.
Questions? Anybody have questions? No questions? Okay. So, do we need to go over our negative, positive vote? All righty. All those in favor, I need a motion first. I need a
Motion to
motion.
approve.
I will give you a motion to approve agenda item A.
I'll second it.
Okey doke. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hand. Okay, all those against the motion, raise your hand. And we are in the negative zone. So, I'm going to move on to letter B, consideration of possible action to direct the staff to provide applicants written statements of the conditions for any conditional approvals and the reasons for disapprovals of any plans or plats that were not approved by Texas Local Government Code 212.0091. Have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your hand. And we are unanimously approved. Since no action on this next, so we're just moving on to letter A. Do I
Make a
have
motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye. There you go. Raise your hand. Thank you.